So that was the video clip of what I believe was the start of a horrible beginning. So if you guys heard very close, that was the very first time I put my car over 5,000 RPM. I was actually doing this pull for another video that I was recording, which I'll probably post on Friday depending on what information I get about my car. So I was getting in that clip just as like an edit, and right when I heard that pop, that's what I think was what broke first. So after that happened, the car was running totally fine, like nothing ever happened. It was about 2 days. I didn't really push the car any more than that. It was just driving from point A to point B, nothing too serious. But then driving home this past weekend, I came across something that wasn't too pleasant, and I actually recorded a video about this, which I'm gonna go ahead and play right now. So today is January 13, which is about 25 days after I installed my camshafts. It was driving clean, it was driving pretty, but when I was driving back to my parents' house for the weekend, I ran into something. So this was the first time I was really testing out my camshafts. I hit 100 miles per hour just to see how they would do. It hit it absolutely perfectly. But once when I stopped the car, got out, and then got back into the car, I heard a very, very strange sound, which I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys in a little bit. And I want your opinions, your diagnostics, because you guys always know what's good. Again, I've been having my camshafts for almost a month. It's been going very, very well, and we've been hearing this noise. So just to give you a brief overview, because I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to speak over when the engine is turning on, but basically about a couple hours ago, when I start up my engine, only at the idle, there's a ticking noise. It's very, very strange. I'm gonna go ahead and show you, but when I go ahead and actually move the car or raise it to about 900 to 1,000 RPMs, the ticking goes away, at least faints off until it's completely disappeared. So the ticking is only at the idle. And let me go ahead and just shut up. I'm gonna place you guys right here. It seems to only be coming in this area. It doesn't seem like it's coming on the other camshafts. It seems like it's either this pulley or maybe the phaser kit. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not gonna say anything just yet, but let me go ahead and put you down, fire up the engine, and let's see if you guys could hear this ticking noise of what I'm experiencing. Give me a brief second. Let me fire her up. Alright, so I really hope that the audio quality really did the justice. When I fired her up, only at the idle, you heard the little ticking noise. I'm not entirely sure what that was. Again, it just seems like it's coming from this side. I did the most research because whenever something goes wrong with my car, I get stressed out. I need to go ahead and get this fixed as soon as possible, or at least find a fix. So I looked online, and this is a known problem across almost every single car out there. Some people also did say that it was normal for that to happen, but I have never heard that ticking in my lifetime. It just started today. It's louder than usual. Usually the engine makes a ticking noise, but it's not as loud as this one right here. So the rest of that video is just me trying to guess exactly what that problem may be. I actually posted it on my Instagram page, which is probably the best form of communication with me, because on YouTube it's pretty hard. I usually only reply to your guys' comment once, but on Instagram I have a better form of replying. So if you guys ever want to hit me up, my Instagram's gonna pop up right there. But I posted on my story, and a bunch of you guys replied, it's the lifter tick, which most likely, if you guys are experiencing this, it is the lifter tick. About 10 of you guys actually had the same problem as me. I thought it was totally normal, but my situation is of course differently. You guys are gonna see in a brief moment. If you guys are experiencing a ticking noise in your engine, it's totally fine. I've read so many reviews on the ticking. Just make sure you do your oil changes, do an oil flush. If your engine is stock, it should still be good. You shouldn't worry about the tick. Just go ahead and drive it. But my situation, of course, is different. So that night, I actually drove from Chula Vista to San Diego State University, which is about 20 miles. I got so lucky because right as soon as I was getting to my apartment, my engine completely blew off. The full right side of the valve train was not moving at all, just the left side was moving. I was very lucky to get into at least a parking spot where I parked my car for about 2 days, but it was not pretty. The car was sounding horrible. I could hear the sound of metal clashing to each other. I did not record it because I was scared out of my life when I actually witnessed it, and then also I turned off my engine right away. I did not want to drive it and make it anywhere worse. So the next morning I actually towed my car, which I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a clip right now.
That's how it goes.
So I actually towed it to my mechanic down in Broadway, Chula Vista. My family mechanic that we always usually take there. He actually opened up the valve cover of my Mustang and found something instantly. And here's the video on that one. So this was broken, this rocker follower right there, and that was causing the misfire. Thank you. Broken rocker, that's what it was. Everything else looks okay so far. Time to get this bad boy fixed. So in that case, they found that there was a broken rocker arm underneath my valve train. Just that one. I tried to inspect it very quickly when I was recording, but I didn't really look into it. So that's a $12 part from Ford, which I picked up at my closest Ford dealership, and I had them install it, which was only about an hour's work for them to do the full thing. And after that was complete, the engine still was not good. They installed the rocker arm, they put the valve covers on. I didn't know how my engine was supposed to sound because I did have the camshafts on there. And so I thought it was normal. I thought he didn't know what the hot rod camshaft sounded like. But once when I started up myself, it was horrendous. Again, I did not record it because it was literally a turn off and turn on. I instantly noticed that the car was not running good. The engine was shaking incredibly, and it was making a really, really bad sound. I'm not entirely sure what it was, what it could be. I really hope it's just the lash adjusters and the rocker arms that I could go ahead and install. It may be the phasers, it may be the timing chain, it may be the pistons. I'm not entirely sure. I'm taking it this Friday to Dante's Modular Performance, which is in National City, and he specializes in Ford engines. He is actually very, very busy this full week. Hopefully on Friday morning I could go ahead and have him inspect it. But then again, I really do hope it's just the rocker arms and the lash adjusters. In Jonathan Harder's video, which he is actually experiencing the same exact thing as me, kind of, I'm not entirely sure it's the same exact thing, but I looked down in the comments and this is actually a common problem for camshafts, and also on Instagram you guys told me that it's a very common problem, that you will go ahead and run into this. Again, a lot of people said it was just the rocker arms, lash adjusters. Some people said it was the phasers. It could be the cams, but then again, I'm not entirely sure. We are gonna see the full diagnostics on Friday, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know. But I'm kind of in the same situation as Jonathan right now. We'll see exactly what happens. Hopefully I don't have to do the full engine swap. I'm pretty sure we can just rebuild the 3-valve if it does get destroyed. So it's either gonna be rebuilding it, possible 5.0 swap, or possible sell the car. I'm not entirely sure. If I were to sell the car, I would either get a Fox body or a newer 2018, 2019 Mustang. I'm not entirely sure, but those are the options. But I'm really leaning towards just rebuilding the motor just because I've gone so far with Sally and you guys, but that's just what we have here. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep you guys updated. I love the support from you guys on Instagram. I told you guys what it was already. A lot of you guys offered money. I hate taking money from you guys. I'm not going to do that, but the best support that you could give to me on my journey to rebuild my Mustang is just to keep up with my videos, and YouTube will pay me for that. So I appreciate all the love and support. Comment down below any tips, any helpful ideas that could become of this. If you guys see anything in the videos that I did not see, by all means let me know down below. Hit me up on Instagram and we will just go from there. Thank you so much for your support. I'm gonna go ahead and keep you guys updated. Besides that, have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.